Good morning, everyone. Today is the 25th of Adar Aleph, March 5th. Today we're going to dedicate the learning to the Yartzai, the sister of Jack Derschlag. Her name was Shmeina Bas Hirsch Tzvi HaLevi. Her neshama should have an aliyah. In today's lesson, we realize that it is not the physical body that is of utmost importance. Rather, it's the spirit, the soul. And that the goal is to elevate the soul over the body. This is what the Alter Rebbe has been working on for many chapters, but it strikes and it hits home when we're talking about Avos Yisrael. This truth is fundamental to the entire Torah. Up until now, the Alter Rebbe has discussed the mitzvah of loving one's fellow on its own merits. He now proceeds to discuss the value of this mitzvah as the basis for all the commandments, thereby elucidating yet further the importance of rejoicing with the soul alone. This is what Hillel, this is what he stated concerning the mitzvah of the mitzvah of Avos Yisrael. This is the entire Torah, and the rest is commentary. What does that mean? The basis and root purpose of the entire Torah is to elevate and exalt the soul high above the body. To raise it so high that it becomes, up to God, the source and root of all worlds. And also to draw down the infinite light of Hashem into the community of Israel. We'll explain a little bit further on that concept soon. So that the one, Hashem, will reside within Israel, but only insofar as they're one, meaning that they're united. Please mute your phone, whoever just joined. Okay. Oh boy. This indwelling of the Ein Sof in the community of Israel is impossible if there is fighting, there's disunity, the neshamas within the souls. The kudsha b'richu loy shari basar pagam. God does not dwell in an imperfect, fragmented place. And by the way, we can think about it on a very practical level too. Think about this. It's saying that the unity and the purpose of the whole Torah. Think about your life. Don't think about all the mitzvahs and everything. You get a little carried away. Maybe it's overwhelming. But think about it on a very simple level. Let's say, God forbid, in a way, it's not God forbid, because you hope to live to 120. So you're 119 and your birthday is tonight to become 120, right? So you're getting ready, go upstairs, if you know what I mean, right? And you think to yourself, oh, this is the greatest thing. I have all this money. I have such big homes. I have multiple homes. I had so many beautiful vacations. Look at how many cars I have. And look, I even have 3 planes and boats. It's unbelievable. I own my own island, but no friends. No one wants to talk to you. Your divorced wife didn't speak to you in 50 years. Your kids don't talk to you. Well, 50 years, you'd be pretty young out of the 120. 100 years. So you were 20 years old when she left you. So you're sitting there, about to take your last breath, and you don't have a true friendship. No one's there to say goodbye. There's no money in the world that's worth it for that, right? Versus, you gave everything away to tzedakah. You live in a simple apartment or a home. Your kids are surrounding you all around your bed. They're loving you. They're crying. They're kissing your hand. They're kissing your cheek. Everybody is, obviously, not everybody can fit in the room, but you have dozens and dozens of friends that are ready to come for the family. You're thinking about all your friends. You're trying to text and WhatsApp all your friends. That's really what it's all about. You can't take it with you, right? You can't take the all the wealth that you accumulated with you. So at the end of the day, our relationships are so important. Right now, while we're going through the steamroll of life, yeah, we want this. This is important. That's important. Oh, that guy, I'm not his friend. Oh, I'll get a different one. What happens if you can't get a different one? So again, I'm glossing over this idea that just to be we have to you have to break down what the true friendship is, and that we did yesterday. How it's not about the guy doing you a favor and being nice to you, because as soon as he stops doing you favors, I have no time for that guy anymore. These people like, what do I care what so and so thinks about me? Well, maybe if it's a physical thing, and you're not worried of how he thinks you dress, or your haircut, or what kind of car you drive, yeah, that doesn't matter. But if it's heart and soul, I love you. It's so, I just want to be with you. I want you to be in shul. I told the guy the other day, I miss you. He says, yeah, I was davening in another minyan, whatever. I said, no, that's okay. But I miss your presence, and it's true. Sometimes, you see, we haven't seen Menachem in a long time. Like, you don't miss his appearance or his car or whatever. We miss him physically, spiritually, physically. We sense his soul is not here with us, saying in the room. Of course, it's here with us in the world. So when you break it down, of course, tefillin is between you and God. Saying Shema is between you and God. But without the connection, without the physical connection with everybody else, we would be so lost. The whole lead up to this point was to be besimcha. One of the worst things you could do to a human being is putting them in solitary confinement, or a person being stuck by himself on an island. We need that human connection, that human interaction. That's the way Hashem designed us. So true Ahavas Yisrael, not worrying about the external factors, but connecting to the soul is going to be the basis for everything. Because you come home, even if you daven good, you may say to your spouse or to your kids or to your friends, oh, davening was so great. That's not why you davened, but you need that human interaction and that soul connection. And we need to create that in a united effort with one unified community. That's why it's called community, right? Think about the word itself. You're like, you just use that word. Oh, we're a nice community. There's another community over there. Livingston is their own community. No, it's community. We have unity, and that's how we receive divine blessing and the life from Hashem. So we need each other. It's not like, you'll be nice. No, we can't exist without each other. And it's it's a very difficult level to reach without, who can reach that level? Somebody who's nebuch blind. There might still be, coming over and giving them a tea or a coffee or helping them in some way. Oh, that guy helps me. The other guy doesn't help me. So there's still, but a person who's blind, most of the external factors are eliminated just like that. They love on a much deeper level. So let's finish this off of today's learning. We'll finish off with the last paragraph. Orcheinu avinu kolanu ke'echad ba'ar panecha. We say it in the davening every single day. Sim shalom teva. Orcheinu avinu kolanu ke'echad. That we ask Hashem to bless us, our Father in heaven, all as one with the light of your countenance, indicating indicating that the light of Hashem's countenance can be revealed only when we are all united as one. And by the way, even the explanation of you're going to feel lonely at the end of the day, that's also very external. It's much, much deeper than that. This is just scratching the surface to get us maybe somewhat interested, and then it leads to the spiritual connection, because really that's what it's all about. It's not about the physical, somebody's holding your hand and saying goodbye and feeling love. It's much, much deeper than that. But we're human beings, and the Torah is given to us, and we have to take the physical tefillin and the physical garment, the talis, and eat physical food, and that's how we do a mitzvah. So even saying to someone, hey, good morning, I love you, good to see you, giving a hug, a handshake, and having that human connection is part of the way Hashem created us and the way Hashem created the world. But that's the stepping stone to the deeper level of connection, which is the soul. And oftentimes we don't necessarily recognize that, but know that it's there. So if we say the words, oh, I love the other person so much. Yes, we have to try to eliminate as much as we can the external factors. And that's when God blesses us, when we join together. And then the internal, more spiritual factors can play their role of that deep interpersonal connection from a spiritual perspective. And that's what we can try to achieve. We have to do our part because we're human beings in the physical world. We're not on the level of tzaddikim, or obviously certainly not angels. We're aspiring beinim, with the daily struggles and obviously the frustrations. So-and-so said this and so said that. If not, Charlie, 99% of the issues that lawyers have, right? It's not, oh, there was a pole in the road and I hit it and now I got to go to court because that pole shouldn't have been there. No. It's so-and-so crashed into me and so said this and so stole that. It's always interpersonal. So if there's any possible way, if you're on an island by yourself, it's extremely lonely, but you're not suing anybody and you're not getting sued. So obviously there's both aspects, and we have to try to rise above the physical, because it's almost impossible. But when we do, we can sometimes feel, and maybe during Shemona Esrei or maybe during Shema, when we have our eyes covered, we can get a little taste of how we can feel spiritually, because we're trying to, bring our hearts and our souls and our minds to connect to Kadosh Baruch Hu. So if we can do that with someone else, that's why when we have a farbrengen, sometimes we close our eyes and we sing a niggin. You're sitting next to somebody. Why aren't you talking to them? Because our souls are connecting while they're connecting to God at the same time. And maybe that's something that most people, if you go on a walk with a friend, you don't usually walk in silence. Sometimes that happens between a father and a son. I heard that recently from someone who I know well, and he says, my father used to take me fishing. We didn't really interact. We just fished. There was not much words between us were spoken. Not many words between us were spoken, but just being together, being near each other. So that's often the case with spouses. You go for a walk, you don't have to talk. You just want to be near each other. With two friends, try it sometimes. Just let's go for a walk. We don't have to talk. Our souls are talking together. Our souls are connecting. Now, even if that doesn't happen in reality, you understand what I'm trying to say, and that's the concept. So the takeaway for today is there's inherently no difference between you and your fellow sitting next to you or somewhere in the room. You were both created by Hashem and given a divine soul, a portion of Hashem. All other differences are external. Let's pay attention and focus on the truth, and then you will be able to love your fellow the way you yourself want to be treated and loved. Have a good day, everyone. Sei gesund.